Hello, I'm Louie Carr, and you're watching Mogul Media Television. Max is just somebody that you truly have a kinship, a brothership for. Like you're official Cuddy Mac now. You know, you could see somebody across the room, and there's mad people that if you do that finger, that's the Cuddy salute, and they know you there. So yeah, Cuddy Max for life.
Now you said Soul Train was 1 weekend out of a month, 4 shows. Am I correct?
Yeah, we'd film 2 shows on Sunday. Mostly the artists. I'm sorry, 2 shows on Saturday, mostly all the groups and artists, and then on Sunday would be mostly all the dance numbers and the Soul Train lines, which the Soul Train lines was crazy.
I know after you made your peak, you was involved with every line to a point.
Yeah.
And then I know there was, if I'm not mistaken, the line was political too. It's like, I'm trying to keep my hair sponsor up. I need you to be on the line. And then I know there was times if the line get messed up, he would strike it and do it all over. Am I correct?
Yeah. And the Soul Train line was, operative word you said, prestigious. You'd have to be a seasoned dancer on there. You'd have to be one of the stars who are already on Soul Train. There's many stars in a sense. Different characters. You had Cheryl with the long hair, the Asian girl. You had Otis. Niecy Payne. You had Otis with all the masks. My boy Tom. You even had Rosie Perez, who's also from New York. Derek. Yeah. And Manny Mo and the Soul Brothers. Man, it was where at lunchtime. I wasn't a director or anything, but at lunchtime we would go, and I wasn't a choreographer, but I just knew what I wanted to do on my lines. So we would go and rehearse at lunchtime and just come up with certain skits. And here we are, as I look back at it, I was actually a choreographer, I was actually a director, because I'm setting up shots. And here it is, if you look back, it's legendary shots. I remember one time I brought a gun out because I think I just saw a Scarface movie or something, so I wanted to shoot. As I'm coming down doing my data, I just wanted to shoot dancers as I went down. And after that, Don calls me over, he's like, man, you can't be bringing guns, man. But he pretty much let me get away with anything as far as the Soul Train line.
Because people were going to tune in and watch.
Yeah, they were going to tune in and watch. Yeah, definitely. Takes me back, man. These memories are coming here and there as we speak.
And for your choice of meal, was it Kentucky Fried Chicken?
You can have the chicken. You know, a lot of times we went to a Mexican restaurant, which was right around the corner, and just had, margaritas, had some good food, and came back and did our thing. But for the most part, yeah, you get 2 boxes of chicken, and you get your canned soda pop, and you were good.
That's what I remember Christopher Williams told me. He said when he was on Soul Train, Don Cornelius told him, y'all gonna eat some fried chicken and some soda.
Yeah, definitely. Kentucky Fried Chicken.
When did Soul Train start to die for you? Because I know towards the early 90s, the core dancers were leaving and it started to turn into the next era.
Yeah. Well, you had the 70s dancers who laid down the Soul Train tracks. You had my era, the 80s, it shifted a little bit, Clothes, music, hip-hop came in, and then the 90s. I stayed from 1980 to 1990. I think in that era, I'd done everything that I could do. And right around 89 and 1990, I said, you know what, man? I prayed on it because I just didn't want to be an ornament on Soul Train. I wanted to leave a legacy. I wanted to leave just enough. So I would think that last year was more like a retiring of my character, of my time on Soul Train. It wasn't like I lost love for it because I watched it until it went off the air, whenever that was. But I didn't want to just, I didn't want people to be getting tired of me or me losing something that was so beautiful that was introduced into my life in 1980. So a good 10 years, I felt, that was a good era, a good time to leave. So from 1980 to 1990, that was it for me. And then after that, I prayed and went to the beach one day and prayed, and just God sent me to El Camino College, and that's when my theater career started.
Did you have a clothing sponsor on your when you was on Soul Train? You had so many outfits.
Yeah, no, actually, me and my boy Tom, we'd go down to Melrose and just buy suits. I've always been fashionable. My daddy, rest his soul, and my uncle Cleveland, they were always sharp, man. I grew up on South Central also, and around Central Avenue around that time, everybody wore the brims and the Stacey Adams, and was dressed sharp, like with the suits, almost like Bogart and Cagney, Edward G. Robinson, those type cats. So I kind of took on how my daddy would dress, and it just became my attire, with the hats and the suits and the Stacey Adams and the cane. The cane just came naturally. You know what I mean? It just became part of my character.